All
You want to
right.
see the Do you want to see the guitar pick I printed?
We are live on YouTube right now at 9:30 in the morning.
Shit. Do I need to start the podcast?
No, not yet. I think we can
Craig?
We can start Craig shortly. I'm not doing anything other than just having us talking with the thing up, so we're all right. I forgot. So usually what I do on when I go live is I use the scheduler instead of just going live, and that way I can verify everything out before I actually click the go live button. And for some reason I didn't do that this time, so this is a little interesting. It'll be fine. I mean,
it's fine.
We're going to be recording the podcast and we're going to be running Craig and all that stuff like we were doing a normal podcast. The only difference is that we're going to be working on the new background.
Okay.
But for now, we just have an image of the old background. But I'm ready to start the podcast side at any given time. Oh, what I should do is edit the title. Will not be responding to chat live.
Oh, I can.
No, I don't want to responding into chat while we're recording the actual podcast because I want to keep the podcast as well. I guess it's a weird podcast. Yeah, never mind.
Because I think I can
Cancel
do that.
Well, no, I'm just saying we guess we could type instead of like I was talking about responding as in talking, but we could talk it. We could type it out if anyone even shows up. But okay.
If we want to do that, we should do it as a special call-in episode.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just type in responses in chat. I just want to make sure that Montalban is in here. Yes, Montalban is in here. Okay, good.
What's up?
All right. It's the font we use for our background.
Yay.
Like I'm going through and checking all the assets right now to make sure that it's good.
Can you share your video with me? Should I watch the stream?
Think so. Either one would work. I haven't tried to see if I can. Hang on, share screen. Affinity Designer 2 source. I don't think this will overtax anything.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine and good. How do I get back to chat? There it is.
And I can keep an eye on chat too. Make sure that if you have the stream open for chat, that you have it open under Wonderbury.
Oh, okay.
Instead of personal, that way it's Wonderbury replying.
Oh, good call.
Okay, got that. The only thing I don't have open. All right, cool. All right, anytime you are ready.
I'm trying to figure out. I think I'm going to have to use the regular YouTube app. I thought I could do that in Studio.
Oh, I don't know if you can do that in the studio.
Nope. So, there we go. Live chat.
All right. So it's got to go down to 480.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, ready to launch the Craig.
Yeah, go for it.
Now recording.
Welcome to another edition of the Wonderbury podcast.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Dave.
And we're streaming live at Wonderbury or YouTube. Fuck.
YouTube.com/Wonderbury. Yeah, this is going to be a little interesting, different of an episode. I'm working on we got new pictures for our faces because like my hair has switched places and we're older than what we were when the cartoonies of us were originally made. We got new ones and I was going to put together a new background, and the suggestion came out that maybe I should live stream that work. And then I came up with the idea of just run the podcast and we'll record the podcast live. And then we'll release it like we usually do on everything with the new graphics.
Yep.
So it should be very different. I might be a little bit more distracted than I usually am, but I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, that's usually my job. I'm the one that's usually distracted with shit going on.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm currently playing with an infinity cube. Speaking of distracted.
Infinity cubes are not terrible.
Nope.
There we go. That's at 480. And then this other one goes at 1440. All right. So what else is new this week? I mean, we still have to record an actual podcast here.
Oh yeah. Not really a whole hell of a lot. Let's see. Friday after we recorded, we had another ridiculous snowstorm. We got probably 6 or 8 inches of snow. Wind was like 60 miles an hour.
Oof.
So more trees and branches down. I hadn't even cleaned up like fully from the one before that, from that ice storm.
Yeah.
The wind. I took a nap. Dominic didn't have school, so he was playing. I took a nap. I got up. I was sitting at the island in our kitchen, having a cup of coffee, and I hear, boom, like big crunchy. I was like, oh fuck, a tree just hit the house. So, get bundled up, head outside, and my lean-to, where all my wood for the wood stove is, had picked up off of the ground, bounced off of the house, and ripped off like the downspout of for the gutters.
Yeah.
And then landed on a little like a little garden tent, like a little garden shelter thing I had sitting there. And it kept trying to take off because the wind was still pretty brutal. And Christy was at work. They had decided to close the snow was so bad that her boss brought her home. He's like, no, nobody's driving in this. I'm taking everybody home. And they pulled in the driveway, like right as I got outside and was looking at the lean-to laying in the yard and looking, going, what the fuck am I going to do with this? Like, Christy gets out and she's like, what's wrong? Like, looking at it like she understands something wrong, but like, she goes, what's wrong? I'm like, the lean-to's blown away. And her boss is like, you need help? And I'm like, sure.
Why not?
I don't even know what I'm doing yet. Like, I just woke up from a nap. I didn't even finish my coffee. This is not prime functioning time for Brian, but it looks like we're in an emergency situation. So let me think a sec. I was like, okay, it's on its back. The roof is pointed like up into the air, so the roof has to come off. So the roof just has to come off. I know I put, I think 3.5-inch screws through the roof into like the structure of the roof, and it's got metal roofing on it.
Yeah.
And then like 1x6 boards that go across to hold all the metal roofing solid, and then those are put into like 2x4s that make up like the frame of it. It's like, I know I went to town with like those 3.5-inch screws. This has already ripped some of those out. Like the part of the roof was just flapping. It's like, oh man. It's like, let me grab the big hammer. So I went out and got my big sledgehammer. Came back and I just went to town beating on the roof until I popped all the screws out and the roof just kind of fell on the ground. He's like, what do we gotta do? What? I don't know. Just leave it. Let's just leave it. I'll deal with it later. Like, at least it won't blow away now. Cause more damage. So beat that all to bits.
We just had
like shambles of a little lean-to laying out in my yard.
oof. Yeah, we've just had copious amounts of rain.
Yeah.
I do have a technical question for you, and this is going to get a little confusing for audio listeners, but it'll be fine. The outline ovals in Reaper, what size are those? Like how tall? Do you remember the dimension? I know where the center points are, but how big from the center points do they go out? I mean, the other option that I've got is I can just take a screen grab of one of our episodes and look at it that way. But I figure if you had those numbers there, that'd be fine.
I don't.
Okay.
Let me see.
No, I can figure it out. I think. Ooh, no, how would I figure that out? Like it was heavily. Let me.
I had a.
Like it was. You had what?
What?
Like you said you have. Oh, maybe it was just because I was listening. Let me turn down the browser. Jesus Christ. You're a professional, Dave. You should know what you're doing here. Videos. You should absolutely know what you're doing. Goddamn professional. Okay. Where's my snip tool? Here's the snip tool. Blow this up to full screen. Capture new rectangle. I know this is very weird because none of this is showing up on the stream. What I'm doing right now, it's just kind of blanked out. All right. So today, actually tonight, I've got orientation for college. Which, for some reason, I hadn't thought that that's actually something I would have to do. This is going to be interesting. But yeah, no, it should be all right. I don't know how long it's going to take or what exactly I'm going to do, because as weird as this sounds, even though I'm starting at the Fort Wayne campus, both of my opening classes are actually in South Bend, and I'm remoting into them.
Oh, huh.
So it's kind of weird. You know what? I'm just gonna do this in, let's see, file open. Wait, is this okay? That does not show up. Screenshot. Okay, now we can figure. Oh, that was some weird feedback. Was that you or me?
That was me.
Okay.
I just got a text message and I forgot to turn off my. Speaking of professional.
Height looks like it's around 325 pixels. Okay. No, I don't want to save that. Back to here. So that means that instead of running these off of widths, we run them off heights, and it needs to be a height of 300.
Oh, I may have figured out why it wasn't going in a circle.
Oh.
But I didn't fix that.
All right. Because in these, you're skinnier than I am, so I'm going to run these off of height, not width. That way the ovals will fit all completely in there.
Okay.
Perfect, and perfect. Okay. So we got that part done. Now we have the joys of organizing all the social media stuff. But yeah, apparently we're supposed to be getting more wintry crap this weekend.
Yeah.
Which is not going to be fun.
Nope. I just picked up a whole trailer full of wood yesterday though, so I should be good.
A trailer full of wood's not terrible.
Yeah. It's a bunch of oak.
Let's group this first. Call it YouTube. Sorry, I'm so used to like being in live stream mode of talking my way through a lot of this stuff, so it's going to be very interesting for a bit.
Yeah, so what are you doing for the viewers that aren't viewing?
So what I've what I've done so far is I created the background. I've gotten our pictures imported into and set in, and now I'm pulling all of the social media icons for the two social medias that we use, Wonderbury, and then all of the podcast apps that use Wonderbury Podcast, which I know intellectually why those are separated that way and why it's searchable that way because of podcasts and keywords, but it makes it very interesting to have two generated links style of stuff. And so I'm just kind of going through right now and grouping them, naming them, and all that. But if you do want to go back and watch this thing live or watch our live stream, if you go to wonderbury.com, or not wonderbury.com, you could do it there, but youtube.com/wonderbury.
Go to
Man.
wondertube.uberry.
You go to our YouTube channel and you click on the live tab. You can go back through and watch our live stream stuff. I know Brian's been doing some 3D printing live streaming stuff. Plus, we have all of our stuff here.
I did one of the tests.
I tuned in a couple of times, but I want to get rid of the round. No,
I couldn't figure out.
Don't.
I found my 720p webcam, and I was just like,
You're only utilizing a 720p webcam for that?
Well, that was the one I found. I don't know where I put it. I have a 1080 one somewhere. Like, I have a nice one somewhere. But where do you think somewhere is, Dave?
Somewhere is in a box somewhere because you decided that I'm not going to need this. I don't do anything with webcams.
No,
anymore.
It's probably wherever I used it last for whatever stupid reason.
Well, where you would have used it last would be with us, right? When we were recording it, all of it live?
No, I've done stuff since then.
Oh, okay.
I've done stuff here.
I didn't know if you would have done. I didn't even hook up my camera to this live stream at all because there's no reason for me to be on camera at the moment. This is such a weird thing for my head right now. I think this is iOS.
Why?
Because the way my brain works with going live versus being on like podcast mode. So I've kind of trained over the years of when I'm live, I just automatically narrate what's in my head and translate what I'm doing on screen like fairly fluidly.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I'm trying to do a project while being in podcast mode. And so far it's been an exercise in futility because I'm not very good at doing it that way.
Isn't that the old logo?
Is that the old Google? What is the new?
No, that's the one. That's the one.
I'm going to say this was off of Wiki Commons. What happened?
You grouped them. Why'd you do that?
How do I ungroup? Oh boy, that was not what I wanted to do. All right, we're going to pretend that didn't happen. All right, podcast iOS. Oh, because it's... I see what happened. This was a group in a group. Oh boy. Now I group that. And now when I copy and paste over here. All right. iOS is fixed. Dear. Of course, it would be the iOS one that would be completely busted out. Because that makes sense to me. All right. So we got Spotify. We've got. Oh dear Lord, what did we do? And all I'm doing right now is I'm just getting all of these inputted in to the main. And even though you can't see it because it's in the background, when I click on them, they'll highlight where they are. And I can click and drag them from there. Dude, my system is not liking doing the double live stream. Okay, Google. Now we can go back to Google.
I could just watch on the stream. I'm watching the stream.
Eh,
Comments.
it's fine. It's fine. No. Undo. Undo. No, no. There we go. Why are you so tiny, Amazon? Okay. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 locations that we push out the audio podcast to, right? Amazon Podcast, Google Podcast, Pocket Casts, iOS, Spotify, and Stitcher.
Sure.
Am I missing any?
I don't know.
You're the one that runs this thing. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, I got it. Amazon, Apple, Google, Pocket, Spotify, and Stitcher. Yes.
It seemed like I set up more than that, but I don't know.
Those are the ones that are listed on the website.
Okay, that's good enough. We'll stick with those.
So, and those are the 6 that are titled Wonderbury Podcast. Our YouTube and TikTok is titled Wonderbury. So, what we're going to do is we are going to give these all a direct height of, that's locked, of 100. Maybe less than 100. There we go. How are they listed on the web? Does it matter what order that we put these in?
I think they're alphabetical order. Oh, you know what? I'm not looking at the actual site, though, am I?
Do you have a preference of order?
Nope. Hold on, let me get back to... Yeah, at least alphabetical, which would be Amazon, Apple, Google, Pocket Cast, Spotify, Stitcher.
I'll sort those, get those nicely done. Let's see, Pocket Cast, Spotify at 75 height. And then said Stitcher was the last one.
Mm-hmm.
75 height. And then TikTok at 75 height. We'll go on the bottom.
Just put it at the top because it's still alphabetical order.
No, because what I'm doing right now is because those 6 at the top are pretty much at or slash Wonderbury podcast, and the other 2 are slash Wonderbury. So for visual cohesive reasons, they need to be separated.
Yeah, but I'm amazed that it came out with the bottom row being in alphabetical order.
Actually, yeah. Now I understand what you're saying, and that is really fucking funny.
Somehow we managed to do that. Interesting. So you got 3 per side.
Oh, God damn it, Google. What is wrong with you?
It wasn't Google's. That was Adobe's fault.
Oh, this is not Adobe. So I'm using Affinity Designer. I do not pay for the Adobe Creative Cloud anymore because to get all of the lots of people to get all the apps, it's so you can get individual apps for I think $20 a month.
Jesus.
You can get the photography suite, which is Photoshop and Lightroom and all the Lightroom variants for like $10 a month. You can get the individual apps after that for $20 a month, or you can get the entire suite of apps for like $50 or $60 a month. Or you can do what I did and waited for it to go on sale and buy the Affinity Designer with Affinity Photo and Publisher for, I think I paid $90 for all 3 of them. Okay, so we're at 75. That's 153. I don't want 153. I want 150 in the nose. Yeah, I did not want to do I did not want to do the Adobe Suite. I did that for a while and then decided that I was spending way too much money and I wanted to figure out how to save some of the money out and not do it so crazy anymore. So I'm using these guides to give me exact pixel locations because these things will snap too, and I can snap in fairly simply and figure out where center points are to start off from. And that way I can get as close to a perfect guide because I can snap that in the middle now. So now I know that it's going to be the same distance from the sides it is from the top. And then when I move these in, I can figure out how much distance I want between, because it'll show up where exactly it is relative to where it is relative to the other ones, the other icons, distance wise.
Spacing.
Yep. That's the word I'm looking for. No Google. Not today, Google. All right. Yeah, I had once we decided to do this, I had no clue what, oh God, it's going to be from the center point because of how Google's is fucking crazy. It's still going to do it from the center point. Why Google? Why are you like this? Why are you like this, Google? Why?
Can't you could you merge the group?
No, well, I did. But because it's the way they built it, designed it is completely wonky from everything else and everyone else's shit. Cuz Google, they have their whole goddamn standard shit they want to try to, they think is they're so clever. No. All right. There we go. And now,
Yay.
yeah. Hmm. You know what? I think we're going to end up doing. Yeah, this will be fine. We're going to change up the font on this a little bit. No, that's not going to be the way I want to do it.
Yeah, that won't be readable.
Let's remove that. There should be no, oh, right, because I have to do this. Oops. There we go. No, that's not going to look good. You know what? We'll just
Yeah,
do
leave it
this
off.
then. We will just do this then. Let's group this together into one. Let's center it. Make it a little bit bigger. That doesn't look terrible.
Nailed
Oops.
it.
No one saw that.
I'm supposed to be watching and I didn't see it.
Right? It's fine. It's fine. Then because there's only 2 down here, we can probably... All right, yeah, because there's only 2 down here. I know what we can do with this then. Here we can do what I wanted to do up there, but because there's already... Now we can slash this up. This is the weirdest freaking episode ever. But that's okay. Oh, and I forgot that I've got to do that still. That will be fine. No. 40. 40. What was... This was set at 75 pixels. Even though we're using a rastered, we're still using pixels for how we want this. All right, so this goes down to...
So we can math it easier.
Is that 1920 by 1080 is the... Yeah, 1920 minus 75. Because I can't do math in my head right now. Would I say 1920 minus 75?
Yeah.
So that would be,
I'm on it.
what, 1845?
Yes. It's a good year.
I was actually a lot closer to eyeballing that than I thought I was going to be.
Yeah, hot damn.
1845. That was almost a perfect eyeball. Damn. Okay, so now we highlight all 3 of these together and we group them. And then we run center point to center point to center point. So that is now perfectly centered.
Would you look at that?
So we got Wonderbury Podcast, which if these are slash Wonderbury, then logically you would search for the Wonderbury Podcast on the remaining 6.
Yeah.
That actually does not look terrible. Wait, these went up to a height of 90, and these are still a height of 75. So we push this to a height of 90 and realign. Okay, that's not going to be able to be a height of 90. So let's do, because that's a little too close to the edges. So let's do 80.
82.
82.
0.3.
85.
83.6.
That doesn't look terrible.
Yeah.
Let's see. Can I
God,
hide?
give me some non-round numbers to like
There we go.
annoy the
So if
OCDs.
if I hide the guides and add Wonderbury to learned spelling, that doesn't look terrible at all.
Huh.
Now, the one thing we don't have anymore that we could if we wanted to is the microphone. Do we want to put the microphone back in?
Nah. Might start to look cluttered.
Yeah, I think it looks a little more cluttered than the old one did, but I also think that it gives good information than the other one too. It gives more information without being too in your face about it.
Yeah. I think getting the microphones in there would overdo it.
Yeah, I think the microphones worked before because we had nothing else. And this
Yeah.
actually gives some pop of color, which feels a little weird, but not terrible.
Yeah. And neither one of them we had to rely on our faces for the aesthetic, which is really helpful.
Yes, anytime you have to rely on my face for aesthetic for anything, you know you've done fucked up. You know, I probably
Looks
got to
pretty
save
good.
this thing at some point here.
Yeah, you should do that. This isn't a Chrome device. It's not gonna do that automatically every 3rd second or
Dude,
whatever.
DaVinci Resolve, every time you click or you make any mouse click, any button press, automatically triggers the autosave. So
Whoa.
you literally do not lose any work. Because like there's good autosaves where like it autosaves every 3 minutes or every 5 minutes. But when you're doing a lot of stuff, you can really um mess a lot of stuff up in 5 minutes
Mm-hmm.
or 3 minutes. The only thing is I think the white outline on here is a little too strong.
Yeah. Like take a hair off of the white and give it like a shade of gray. I think that would help. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not make it quite so white.
Yeah. Yeah, like that. Maybe a little more white. Yeah. Nailed it.
All right, let's make this the same white. Because otherwise it's going to drive me nuts. Like it doesn't, because it's so much smaller, you don't necessarily notice it, but
Mm-hmm.
there we go.
See, but you did that, but now it looks darker.
The bottom one,
Yeah.
because there's more black than it, because the outline on here is less than it is up here, because it's
Yeah.
a point system. So what is the outline? Hang on. Let me relook at this.
It's
This is
like
at
me,
point
where like if you
6.
look at the numbers, you're like, well,
Point
it's
4.
white, but then you look at it in real life and you're like, well, it doesn't look white.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now it's the exact same, but I think because this is smaller, it bleeds too. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, like the thickness of it might be just a bit much.
Because it's smaller. You think the thickness might be a little much up at the top one too, or you think that one's fine?
No, I think top one's fine.
There, how does that look?
Too dark.
Yeah, this one definitely does not need to be the exact same. Actually, it was
Uh,
probably just fine the full white to give it that brightness.
yeah. I was like, oh, the green looks cool.
Why is this having so many issues at the moment? What did I do?
Why don't you just Control Z back to where it looked where before you started this endeavor?
Because it's going to control Z that one out too.
No, because we did that one before this one.
Can I run this way? It's not letting me change any color. Why are you not working? What have we done? this just too much? All right, I fucked something up somewhere along the way. And I don't know what I did.
Control Z time, Dave. Huh. I can see you click on edit and then I can't see what pops up. That's interesting. See, it still looks just a hair dark.
How about that one?
That looks pretty close.
That look all right? And like I said, it's going to look a little different once we get it up and running.
Yeah.
Because it's going to have the what do you call it? It'll have the ovals. And hopefully they don't spike too much, but they shouldn't spike too much based on, and if they do cover up a little bit, that's fine too. But I think everything looks spaced properly. Everything looks good. Are you happy with it for an hour's worth of work?
Yeah. I think that's pretty good. Has it been an hour? Holy moly.
47 minutes. And for the audio listeners, please go on to our YouTube channel. Subscribe while you're there. It is free. But click on the live tab and watch this whole thing out, because it's very much a whole different ball game when you can actually see what's going on. And I know it's a little weird, and I know it's kind of lazy that we're going to release this as an audio, which I have a perfect name for this podcast now too.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I'm actually still get to do in this podcast thing.
It looks pretty good, Dave.
I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Hey, Dave.
Yes, sir.
What's the difference between a cheeseburger and a boner? You're not giving me a cheeseburger right
now. Oh, that's good.
It's another one I had saved up for a special occasion. So yeah, head on over to uberry.wondertube and click the subscribe and like buttons and watch the shorts.
Yes, watch our shorts. Shorts are doing pretty well.
Shorts be booming. Bussin'? I don't know.
But I have no idea. I'm not even gonna try. There's an absolute collective of
they slap.
Oh, so before you go, I came across this week, and it completely blew my mind, because I don't know how something was so boomer and so Gen Z at the same exact time. You know the song "The Bird Is the Word" or "Surfin' Bird" by Trashmen, right?
Do I?
Have you ever watched the remastered original music video for it from 1963?
Yeah, dude. With the guy dancing?
Yes. I saw that second half of that dance when he's just prancing around, flapping his arms like a bird. And I was like,
oh my God.
Nothing has ever been so Gen Z from the 60s ever.
It's the best music video. It is great.
If you haven't seen it, guys, I'm telling you, it is the best thing on the planet. I absolutely loved it. You got anything else for everybody? Next week, I want to talk about algorithms.
Okay.
I want to talk about algorithms. So, which
I
means we'll
don't.
probably talk about something else.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
We're going to talk about being unhinged because that's something we are professional at.
Anytime we come up with an idea or a plan, everything just gets thrown sideways so fast.
Like, we're amateur all sorts of things, but we are professional unhinged.
It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Brian, have a
Yeah.
great week, man.
You too, bud.
See you guys next
Bye.
week. And that concludes the audio side of the podcast and the live stream.
Cool.
Let me get this thing exported. I don't know. Oh, the export window does not show up on here. That's fine.
Can you export it as an MSP?
I don't know, actually. Let's see. Export. Preset. I don't think I can export it as an MSP. Not from here. Let me edit it in photo and see if that... Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, it's opening up a movie photo. What the fuck is an MSP? I'm missing something major here. What am I missing?
Are you are you looking it up, or do you want me to tell you?
No, I'm trying to figure out if I what is it before I absolutely destroy myself out trying to find this.
Windows 3.0, the first iteration of Paint that had a file format called MSP, which was, I think, just stood for Microsoft Paint file.
Oh.
And it was like a 1 byte file, and or one bit, like monochrome only.
Yeah. I can export in PNG, JPEG, GIF, TIFF, PSD, PDF, SVG, WMF, EPS, EXR, HDR, TGA, JPEG XL, and WebP.
Fucking send me a WebP.
Will WebP work in Reaper?
We'll find out, won't we?
I'm setting to a lossless quality WebP.
Yeah.
WebP. Oh, there's best quality or there's lossless.
Do lossless.
What is the difference between lossless, smallest, lossless default, and lossless fastest?
Whoa. That's a good question. I don't know.
Quality at 100. Oh, okay. Yeah, quality 100, lossless. All right. I will also give you a PNG just in case.
Okay. Just for safety.
I mean, I'm going to be uploading the entire assets to this thing, but everything's going to go up on there. All right.
Cool.
To the live stream. Thank you guys for watching, tuning in, or watching, or whatever. We highly appreciate it.
Yep.
And
And when you're
we'll do
done
this
here,
again
you can.
sometime when we're actually just doing the podcast instead of trying to do a live stream at the same time.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a call-in episode or something. A Q&A episode.
That'd be kind of fun. Q&A would be
Yeah.
fun. Q&A
Yeah.
live stream would be a lot of fun, actually.
We should plan that for like just do it on a Sunday when we normally release episodes and do the like premiere feature thing in YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do something like that.
Hype it up for a bit.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
All right, YouTube. We'll catch you guys later.
Bye.